channel. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate it. So let's just start by talking about my chin. I have a lot going on right now and I don't know what it is. I just feel like it's no matter what I do, it goes away, comes back, goes away, comes back. I think it's more hormonal, and ever since COVID, since I would wear masks, that's where it initially started. But it'll go away, it'll get better, and then it'll come back again. So hopefully you guys don't focus on that. I'm focused on it because it's really bothering me. I should have did my face makeup first, but you guys know that I love to start with my eyes. So with all that being said, in today's video, I am doing a first impressions and try on of some Patrick Starrr products that I received. So if you guys had seen a while back, I did a friend mail unboxing, and it was from my friend Jennifer from Jenny's Beauty Reviews. She sent me the Patrick Starrr palette, and then she sent me Patrick Starrr translucent setting powder right here. So we're going to try this today. And then she surprised me not too long ago, and she sent me, this is the cheek clapper and the turn up base BB cream, which was really sweet of her. She didn't have to, but I'm very grateful that she did. And the one she picked out, like I said, for me, it's really, really pretty. It's called Very That, and it's a 3D cheek clapper. It does have a cream blush there, a powder blush, and then kind of like a blush topper. The BB cream is in the shade Fair to Rosy toned, so hopefully that's a good match. But we're just going to start with the eyes first and get back to that. So again, she sent me this palette. This is the Patrick Starrr Visionary eyeshadow palette. And I was really, really excited because I saw that Sephora had it on sale. But then I saw my friend Clara Barrera do a look using it, and I was like, I have to have it. It's super beautiful. She just did a very beautiful look, and this is what it looks like. It's just like a neutral palette, everyday palette with one pop of color. So anyways, that is what we're going to do in this video today. I just thought it would be fun to come on and try them. Like I said, I have not played in this or anything. I did go ahead and do my brows, and I primed my eyes. I go into Manila Sands, which is this one here. It's just your all over basic matte bone shade to set that primer that I put down. It's a really nice shade. I always have to set the primers. I don't know why I do that, but I always do. I feel like the matte Painterly Paint Pot is a very good primer, in my opinion. I just would not purchase it again. It's me way too long to finish a pot concealer. And you know, now that I think about it, I think I purchased the e.l.f. Putty eyeshadow primer, and it's also in a pot similar to the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and it is really good. So I'm sure I'll have that for a very, very long time, because those, they seem to last for so long. I think I'm going to start and taupe up my game. It's just like your taupey color, and I'm going to take that. I will say that I've not heard a lot of great things about the eyeshadow palette, but I have heard a lot of great things about his other products in general. I have on my wish list his concealer, because I heard that was really, really good. His bronzer trio, which is like the blush trio, but the bronzer, I have that on my radar. So my birthday's coming up in like less than a month. I think it's, I can't believe it's already here. It's crazy. But in less than a month. So I'm making a little wish list on Sephora of things that I want to try, because if you guys know, I don't do a lot of hauls from Sephora. I rarely do them. I'm barely an insider. I'm not even a VIB or Rouge or anything. I used to be a VIB Rouge like a couple years ago, but I don't really buy, like I said, from there anymore too much. If I can get it at Ulta, I prefer there because I like their point system. But there are some things I can't get at Ulta that I can only get at Sephora. So I figured I would make a list, and then when my birthday comes around, maybe that's what I'll pick up. My sister usually, she has for years now, probably 2 to 3 years, she has sent me a gift card to Sephora for my birthday. I don't know if she will this year because she just got married, which I'm super happy for her. She's my second to last baby sister, and she's not a baby no more, obviously, but I'm just so happy for her. And I found out that she's having a baby. She's pregnant, so that's even more exciting. She's the last one of my mom's kids to have a baby, so that's very, very, very exciting to me. Not that she's going to be the last one to have one in our family, but she's the last one that hasn't had one child. All of my mom's children have already had one child except for her. So definitely very, very exciting for us, I feel like, for our family. So the next shade I think I want to take is the one right underneath Soft Serve. And I'm just going to take it very lightly, and I'm going to just kind of go over that same shade that I just did. This is what I have going on so far. The greens were calling out to me. I've been loving green looks, if you guys have noticed that lately. And I thought, instead of just doing a neutral brown look, let's just do a pretty green look. So that is what I have going on so far. I did have to use, now the shimmer shade, it did go on nicely with the brush, but not as bright and pigmented as I would have wanted it. I probably should have used like a glitter glue. I seen somebody use a glitter glue recently. I can't remember who it was. For shimmers, they use glitter glue, and it just adheres that shimmer to the lid and kind of gives it vibrancy, I guess is the word I'm trying to say. So yeah, that green is very, very pretty. I'm trying to determine if I want to bring it more over here, like almost towards the end, because I feel like when I do that half part, it kind of looks a little funny. So I think I'm going to bring it more over. I also just remembered and realized I could have also did like a cut crease, because that would have also helped with the pigmentation of the shadows as well. Not that they're bad pigmentation, because they're not by any means. They're just, have to be built up a little bit more, which I am okay with. I do like to build up shadows versus just going in and shadows being like boom in your face. Do you guys ever feel like you have those days where you just are not doing as good as you know you can? It's definitely one of those days for me. And I'm definitely still learning how to do makeup, even after all these years. But for now, we're just going to move on to the face, and we'll go back to the eyes. So, like I said, we're going to try the BB cream and the translucent powder. So I did already prime my face in this area with my Maybelline Baby Skin pore primer, because my pores have been more visible, and I could feel that it just feels really nice on the skin. And then for the rest of my face, I'm going to take this Versace Liquid Glass. I've been trying to use this up. This is a product I put in my project that I'm doing with my friend Beth here. It wasn't in the initial intro, but I'm going to be adding it into my update. And I'm just taking it even over that one, because it's really nice and hydrating. Feels really good on the skin. And I don't know, like, I heard that this is supposed to be a hydrating BB cream, but I don't know for sure that it is. So to ensure that, I'm just putting this other primer on. And this is the BB cream. It says Prep Blur It Tinted. The buttery 3-in-1 texture solver glides on and gets to work transforming the appearance of skin for the ultimate natural beat and flawless soft matte finish. Again, I'm a dry girl, so matte is not always great for me, but I did hydrate really well and prime really well. So we're going to see how it goes. I know that there is a seal on inside. Now, I do want to tell you guys to keep in mind with the shade ranges. If you are natural, so for me, I'm typically a light shade. I would be considered for foundation, I'm light neutral. And I'm usually neutral in everything. But when I got the initial one from Jennifer, it was too dark. It was 3N, which is light neutral. And it was just super, super dark for me and more on the golden side. I'm usually not in fair, just depending on the brand. But in the store, I had to go to return it and exchange it. And trying all of them, this was the closest to my skin tone. So hopefully it works. The one before it was way, way too light. And the one after it was just a little bit too golden for me, for my type of skin that I have. I do want to apply it with a brush first, and then I'm going to go into a sponge. I do have my Beauty Bakery sponge here, super soft. I need to wet it real quick. Okay, it did get really nice and big, so I'm going to set that there for now. And then I am going to use this Real Techniques. This is the sculpting brush. I use it for foundation because it's very dense and packed in, and it does have like a angle. So it's really nice to get in there and put everything on. Haven't used this brush in a really long time, and I've been watching a lot of Emily Noel's videos, catching up on her videos lately. And she uses a lot of Real Techniques brushes, and so I just thought, you know what, I haven't used my Real Techniques brushes in so long, so let's go ahead and just pull, you know, she kind of inspired me. So I'm going to start with this much. It is a very thick formula. I'm not going to, that might even be too much, but I'm going to start with that much for now, and I'm going to just take my finger. It's very thick. It's like a whooped texture, and I'm just going to place it on my face. Like I said, this might still be a little bit too light for me, maybe after getting it blended in, but the one before this was way too light, and the one after, like 2 steps after, the one after this and the one after that just were not going to work for me. Okay, so I will say that it blended in nicely, like it matches my skin tone, I would have to say. I almost feel like it reminds me of the Jaclyn Hill one, Jaclyn Cosmetics one, because once that dries, like there's no moving it. You're pretty much stuck with wherever it's at, and if you try moving it, it's just a hot mess. I almost feel like that's the concept he tried to go for, except for I will say his doesn't seem as drying as hers is. I gotta retry that again because like currently I'm like on the fence. One day I may try it and like it, and then another day I may try it and I'm like, oh, this is horrible. Nothing is coming on my sponge. Can you see that? Like I have not an ounce. I mean, you can see just a little bit there, but I mean like typically I would have a sponge and it'll be full of it. So that's a great thing, I would have to say. That's a really nice thing. It covered the blemishes nicely. I probably could have got more coverage if I put more on there, but I'm okay with that. It's covering that redness, so that's really nice. So let's move on. I'm just going to take, I don't have his concealer, so I'm just going to take these two that I have here. This is my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind and my ColourPop Pretty Fresh. I'm going to apply these to my areas that I need to. Just going to take my ColourPop and I'm just going to put it here, just like in this inner part, just for a little more added brightness because I do have those dark crevices right there. I love this ColourPop concealer. I'm almost out of that as well, and I'm super excited to finish it up. I've had it for so long. One of my absolute favorites. It works so well under my eyes. Just taking my julep, and I'm just going to go a little bit over, not too much, those acne spots again, just for just a little bit more coverage, and by my nose, not too much, just like that. I'm almost done with this one as well. my julep. Super excited about that. I've had this since I worked at Ulta, and so that's a really nice concealer as well. So everything is pretty much blended in. This is what it looks like. Again, it's in translucent and it's a really big size. It says a super fine 14-hour long wearing blurring setting powder made for a light bake to a heavy cake. Dust with a powder brush and bake with a puff for a soft matte finish with no flashback. So that's good to know. Okay, so that's one eye set. You can see how it gave it some brightness. It's helping with the texture, everything. This is the side without, how it does on my dry skin. I should not be using like a ton of powder, but I do. I have to set my face. That's kind of something that I've always done, even though I'm dry. So that's both eyes set. Did set the face very nicely. It looks really, really good. So I'm really liking that so far. So let me quickly go into a bronzer, my Butter Bronzer Physicians Formula, and do that real quick. Cheek Clapper and Vary That, and we're just going to apply it to the face. Super excited about this. I'm going to take my stippling brush, my e.l.f. stippling brush, and go in that cream one first and see how it sets on top of my powder and everything. Ooh, that's pigmented. Okay. That's just a little swipe. Ugh. Very, very pretty. Okay, nice. Now I'm going to just take a blush brush and I'm going to dab it in the blush there and the topper very lightly and just place that on. Ooh, that was a very light dab, but very pigmented, so definitely have to go in with a very light hand. Super pretty, guys. Very pretty. I put both the blush and the topper on and it's really, really pretty. Again, very pigmented, so definitely have to be very careful in that, but I love it. I don't even think that I want to put highlighter on because I just feel like it doesn't need it. I really like that very, very much. I'll probably go in and blend a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera, quickly put my mascara on and all of that, maybe some eyeliner, and then I will come back on, give you my final thoughts and first impressions on each of these products. So I will be back, guys. I got the rest of the makeup on, my mascara, eyeliner, all of that, my lips, and I wanted to go ahead and do my first impressions review with you guys. Before I do though, I did forget I have this. This was sent to me from Influenster last year sometime, I want to say. The One Size Preserve the Serve, Luminous Setting Mist. It is a 4 fluid ounce. Very, very grateful for Influenster to send this to me. And I did use it initially when I got it, but I haven't used it again. That it's a luminous, snatch skin, set makeup, protect skin, 12-hour wear, hydration, silky smooth, snow mushroom extract, pumps up skin, hydration levels and luminosity with gogo berry extract, protects skin against environmental stressors, irregular pump. Okay, so it has a nice mister. Oh, it smells really good. So we're just going to go ahead and hopefully it doesn't mess up my eyeliner or anything, but I wanted to go ahead and give it a try. I feel like it just missed, it's very soft, but it mists the face really nicely. The scent is very pleasant, nothing strong, nothing overpowering. It smells really, really good though. I really like that very, very much. The scent is really nice. So let's go over the products. And just real quick, if you are wondering what's on my lips, I used my ColourPop Lippy Pencil in Cool BFF. And then I took this Kylie Jenner liquid matte lipstick in Built to Last, I believe, 36308. So that is that right there. Like a nudie color, very pretty. And then I just took this because it's the best matching that will match that. So there's that. Okay, let's move on. So let's start with the eyeshadow palette. I love this palette. Super, super beautiful, as you can see. And I love the look that I came up with. I'll come in closer and show you all of that. But I did use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shades out of the palette. And it's just a really nice palette. I will say that it is very pigmented. The shadows did blend nicely together, I feel like. I don't feel like there was any patchiness or anything like that. And initially when I went in with the shimmers, I just took it on a brush. And they did go on nicely, but I do feel like my finger worked a little better. In the future, like I told you guys earlier in the video, I will probably try to do like either a cut crease with some concealer. I feel like that kind of adheres to the shimmers a little better. Or also some glitter glue. Definitely very, very glad and very happy to have this. So thank you so much, Jennifer, again. One Size BB Cream. I feel like my skin looks so put together, so good. Like I told you guys, here in this area where I had those patches of just hormonal acne and dryness, that's where I carry most of the dryness as well. Because of that, I feel like it's a little heavy in this area. If you were like really super close up, you would see, but it's not a bad heavy, if that makes sense. So I feel like it covered nicely. I feel like it did everything that it said it was supposed to do. I feel like in here looks the best for me. It just really diminished my pores and all of that. So I do feel like the shade matched very nicely with my neck. Definitely glad that that matched there. But yeah, so far so good. I'm going to wear it throughout the day and just kind of, I'll either put in the comments or even in the description when I upload the video how it wore throughout the day, what my final thoughts are and stuff. So far so good. I do feel like it's very full coverage. It can be definitely built. Like I said in the beginning of the video, once it dries, you really can't move it anymore after that. So you need to work quickly with it and maybe do a section at a time and build it up very quickly, because once it does dry and set, it's no budging and you basically can't even move it. I don't feel that my skin feels drying or doesn't feel tight or anything. It feels very light, like I'm not wearing a whole lot of anything. So far, yes to that. And then the powder is really, really nice. Definitely a translucent powder, but does carry some coverage with it. I will say that a little goes a long way. And definitely, if you're more dry, you probably don't want to put too much powder. I just went in under my eyes with a sponge. And then the rest of the face I used a brush so I can just lightly powder my face and all of that. But I really did enjoy it. I don't feel that it was drying under the eyes. That is one big problem that I have with powders, is that it can be very drying. I don't feel that it's drying. I feel like it set everything really, really nicely and made it look really flawless. So I'm really happy about that. And then the last product is the cheek clapper. The cream blush was very, very pigmented. And it went on really, really nicely and blended in really nicely. Then I just took these two here, the blush and then the topper, and I just placed those on the cheeks. As you can see, it just gave it a beautiful sheen, a beautiful glow to the skin. I did not put highlighter on because I feel like when you have that topper, because it's kind of a shimmered topper, nothing glittery or anything like that, but a shimmered topper, I felt like it definitely did not need a highlighter. I feel like I have a glow going on the cheeks. I will say this is very like full-faced, where it's not like your typical tinted moisturizer. I would say this is definitely reminds me a lot of a foundation, and something that if you're wanting like a full coverage, I think this is that product. And it could be worn day or night. I feel like this can definitely go for evening as well because it does give you a really good coverage on the skin. That is everything that I tried out. Again, thank you so much, Jennifer, for gifting me these products. I really do appreciate it, and I'm excited to play in them some more. I cannot wait to try them more and get like an overall thought, but so far so good. Upon first impressions, I'm very happy with everything that I used today in that line, and I'm excited now to try his concealer as well as his bronzer trio as well that he has, bronzer and contour trio. So I'm going to be putting that on my birthday wish list and hopefully try those out very, very soon. But everything I really do enjoy the way it looks. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely, if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you've tried any of these products, what you think, if you're enjoying them or not, and why. Definitely let me know down below what you think of this look, if you did like it and all of that. I would really appreciate it. So let me come in closer, show you guys the overall finished look. Okay guys, so I think the overall look is really, really nice. I really like it. So I'm definitely excited to play in these some more like I told you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. If you're not subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe if you'd like to watch more videos from me. This is going to complete this video for today, but I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.